This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. This I delivered 4 days in a row. So there's 5 deliveries. And then there's 3 deliveries. And 5. So 5, 3, 5, 3. And I think this is today. Yeah, see, that's yesterday, so this is today. So 5, 3, 5, and 3. Those are my delivery count per day. Now, obviously the 3 is not a full day. I was probably doing something else. But there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I doubled what I did on any other day. I don't know what that extra... There must be a tip on that. I don't know what the $6 is. Maybe this will say trip earnings, distance. I don't know why that's distance. Oh, that's boost. I haven't gotten boost in a long time, but a very small portion of Manhattan has, let's see, there's 1.5. That's the very southern tip of Manhattan, maybe up as far as the Brooklyn Bridge, and then across to World Trade Center. And I did pick up a restaurant. I had a delivery that took me all the way down there, and then this must be the delivery that, yeah. See, that's all the way down to the southern tip of Manhattan. That was Ramen Ya, and I took 2 deliveries from that restaurant. I had a double. I wonder why I didn't get the boost on both of them. I guess I just give it to you on one. So, and then here's a tip that a $2 tip. I also got a cash tip of $2 today, and this must be a tip also, and that tip is another $2. So I got 3 tips today, 2, 2, and 2, and the one cash tip is interesting. It's the one that took me to Wall Street. Was a piece of cheesecake. And listeners, the cheesecake couldn't have been more than just a typical single-serving piece of cheesecake from a place in Soho called Eileen's Special Cheesecake. And I took it a long way. So this young woman lives a couple of blocks from the New York Stock Exchange, and she orders cheesecake from Soho. I was near. I get the cheesecake and ride all the way down there. We're talking about 4 ounces of cheesecake. Usually I deliver something that seems like a meal. And that's not true. On occasion I get ice cream, but it's usually ice cream for 2, or, there's some occasion to order. But this woman just wanted a piece of cheesecake. Why didn't she order a whole cheesecake? And, cheesecake doesn't spoil. You can get a few days out of it. Doesn't she want cheesecake tomorrow, maybe? I don't know. It was just a really funny delivery. Anyway, she was nice. Gave me a $2 cash tip. It is the deadest of dead. Manhattan, Wall Street, New York Stock Exchange. That area, of course, is very active on a business day, but it is just a ghost town outside of working days, and now it's holidays. So those were the deliveries. I'll do one more screen. Now see transactions. I'm going to go all the way back. see, there's a tip, delivery, tip. There, promotion. That's not boost. It's incentive like boost, but this is called, I've forgotten what it's called, but it's incentive. They call it promotion here, but they call it something else in the app. Promotion. So look, I get 6, I get 10. I mean, these 10 is more than any of my deliveries. There's another 6. There's another 6. Another 5. Another 5. Another 5. Another 5. And this is for doing a series of let me see if they have what it's called. Quest, that's it. So they call it Quest. So there I got 8. And it appears in the app, and it constantly is sort of tempting you to do more. So at the end of the night, I know I only had time for one more. Maybe I was meeting my wife in Soho. And so I was afraid I'd get a bicycle assignment, and it would take me, far away and take me a long time, and then I'd be late to meet my wife. So I knew I couldn't leverage the 2 delivery boost remaining at the end of the night. So I had already earned that one. Now I've got time for one more delivery. So I flipped my app from bicycle to walking, and I started to Soho to be there for my wife. And I got one more delivery. It was very cool. Very, very easy. I'm on a bike. I had done all these on a bike. Some of them were very long. Look at the distance on this one. Trip details. Distance from restaurant. Distance, half a mile. Now, I'm going to see if I can find a long... It's too hard to find a longer one, but on that cheesecake, I probably did 3 miles. So... there was also a doorman tonight on 42nd Street who asked me about Uber, and I said, first of all, just because you're asking, I hope you consider my advice that you should at least try it. Well, I also showed him my name and directed him to my YouTube channel. So 42nd Street doorman, if you're listening, this is the idea of what the money you can make. So here's a practical situation. You'll get an Uber. You'll sign up. Let me look at the beginning of today. You'll sign up. They do your background check. Okay, it's new. You have no coworkers. You have no boss. Nobody to teach you how to do this. It's a little bit of anxiety. And... okay, here we go. So here's my first, there's 29th. So there's my first delivery. 1, 2, 3. Let's skip the tip. And okay, so 1, 2, 3. So to the doorman on 42nd Street, this is what I mean. You're going to do a delivery. You're going to get $4. You're going to get another $4. And for some reason, I got 5 on this one. I think I know why. There's a little more distance in that one. You can't make money. And it's an embarrassingly low pay. But then you get a tip, and then you get a promotion, and all of a sudden the money's not terrible. And given the fact that the one Uber promotional item to try to attract drivers is you're your own boss. For better, for worse, you're your own boss. And they also tell you how much money they can make, and by every estimation I've seen, they're lying, they're exaggerating. It's just not true. I've never been able to make the money that they claim you can make. Now, maybe with a car. And also to the doorman on 42nd Street, if you're listening, I use the share bikes. Now, I can imagine myself as a doorman like you. You come in to do a doorman job, and you finish early or whatever, you want to work a couple more hours. But you don't have a bike to just work a couple more hours. So the share bike is a great alternative, but I know a lot of people don't. It's just too much. You got the deliveries, you got to find the restaurants, you got to find the people, you got to deal with some frustrations, and you also have the clock constantly ticking on the bike. So it's definitely not for everyone. I will tell you, though, I'm not the only one doing it. I am not the only one doing it. I talked to a guy yesterday who is using, I confirmed, he didn't just look like he's doing deliveries with his share bike. I confirmed he is doing deliveries with his share bike. So it's me, the guy I saw yesterday, and I have one other confirmed person. So they're the only 3 people I've seen. And every chance I get, I ask if I see someone that I think is doing it, they have the delivery, they look like a delivery person, but yet they're on a city bike. This has been Tom Duty, middle-aged American, living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, or restful night's sleep. Ciao. To anyone that's considering using the share bike, I'm just going to show you this is all, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like 15 rentals today. So it's really, really busy. So every time I'm on that bike, I got a clock ticking. I didn't have to call. It worked beautifully today. But if you put that together, the trips, each one represents a restaurant and a person, and now you got a bike underneath you, and I got 15 different rentals. It's an additional element of stress. Ciao.